Hi lovelies, welcome to the free weekly reading. This is for April the 30th through March the 6th of 2018. Oh boy. I should probably have that written down somewhere so that every time whenever I come to do the weekly readings, I'm not like struggle at the end. Anyways, welcome. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Martucci. I'm a psychic medium, certified crystal healer, tarot reader, unicorn lover, collector of weird, strange, awesome, beautiful people and things. I like the paranormal. Anything having to do with death or dead people or just strange crap. I'm like, sign me up. I dig it. I love all of it. And yes, this is for the week ahead. And really, guys, right now we're in kind of in the midst of Taurus season. I said it way more eloquently in the weekly, so if you want to read that, go for it. But essentially, like, this week is really about Taurus season and kind of like getting back into the groove of that. After this full moon we had in Scorpio, which was like all water, all intense, all the emotions, Taurus is kind of, as an earth sign, is asking us to get grounded again, asking us to get practical, get logical, get grounded. Really, what are your goals here? What did you face at that full moon? And really, what can you practically do about it this week? Either in healing yourself, or really even to finding a pathway going forward. Hopefully this full moon gave you clarity or helped shine some light on where you could find that clarity. Maybe even just giving you a little snippet of what to expect going forward. Scorpio also kind of rules our intensities. So not only was it an emotionally intensive full moon, it was also, I really honestly feel intense just overall for everybody. Everybody was feeling everything at 100%. Did you feel? So if you're one of those people, please know that you were in good company. This is probably going to be extending to the rest of this week too. So if you need to get grounded, do anything connected with water, drink extra water, be near the water, take a bath to help yourself cleanse any kind of negativity or toxicity that's on you that you got to let go of. And then with Taurus, to really help you feel grounded about it, eat a good meal. Buy luxury items for your house or for yourself. Update your wardrobe. Do something for you that really kind of revives you and makes you feel good about your life and about who you are and what you're doing. Also, too, that connects with you on an intense level. Your clothes, your furnishings, everything that you purchase and you buy, everything that you have in your house is a direct reflection of you. Is it updated? Does it still reflect you? So if not, now's the time to kind of redo that, work with that, and spice things up. All right, so let's get to the cards. All right, so always with the cards, pick any and all that you're drawn to. Really, you guys are using your intuition here. What cards draw to you? Are you drawn to? You're welcome to pick one, two, or all three. It does not matter. Again, use your intuition here. This could be card number one. And this will be card number two. And then this will be card number three. So, yeah. So hopefully this week is a little more chill. Hopefully we can kind of integrate some of the things that we learned from the Scorpio full moon to help us feel like everything's okay again, or that the world isn't imploding, or whatever had us at the crisis point is kind of giving us some freedom right now, or some breathing room. We've had some kind of movement around it. I'm praying for that this week, and I feel like it's coming. Sometimes though too, guys, we got to hit a crisis point before we realize something is really bad or not good, for whatever our ridiculous reasoning is. For whatever reason, we got to get pushed to that point. So don't feel bad if you're one of those people. Just do what you can to face what's going on and take care of yourself. Honestly, sometimes at the end of the day, that's all that you can do. Maybe that means you get a glass of wine. Maybe that means that you eat a whole bowl of macaroni and cheese. It's whatever works for you. Just, I would say maybe this week with the added thing on there, just don't go to excess. Don't overindulge. Don't go crazy bonkers. And you're good to go. Always keep the balance in any way that you can. I think that's the point of everything, right? All right, I'll shut up. Let's get to the cards. All right, so if you pick card number one, you get the Ace of Shells, and here's your beautiful card. Look at the turtle. It's so cute. All right. So, with the Ace of Shells, really your themes this week are about happiness and abundance. When aces show up in a reading, that's, for me personally, this is how I read the tarot. Not everybody does, just me. But aces stand for yes sign. So, and then with the addition of shells, with this deck, shells represent water. So yes to whatever the emotions that you're feeling this week. That's kind of a big deal, I think, at least for validation for some of you guys out there. If you've been feeling stuff emotionally and you're like, not sure where to place it or to even trust it. So I want to say to you, yes, please absolutely trust yourself. At least that's what the ace means to me. Also too, if you notice on the card, the little turtle's kind of pointing downwards. This is he's kind of pointing downwards and towards the right, which is kind of talking about the past. And that downwards movement talks about going deep on an issue, especially an emotional one that you've been questioning lately. So don't be afraid to dig deeper. Whatever's come up for you, I don't feel like it's the bottom of the situation. So keep digging, keep going deeper. Don't be afraid of your depths either. You can absolutely handle it, whatever comes up for you. And know that whatever you're about to uncover or whatever you're working through or researching for yourself or whatever the situation is, not only is trust a huge part of this, it's knowing that you can handle it. Because I think a lot of us are afraid to go to that deep space because you're like, what am I going to do with that information? What if I find something that I'm terrified to understand or to know? Really, this card says not only yes to what you're feeling and thinking emotionally on a situation, but also that you can handle it too. I mean, the themes this week are happiness and abundance, for the love of God. So tap into that. Also too, if you've been thinking about lately, like what you would want to do or that would bring you happiness and abundance in your life, it's time for you to go deep. That's really honestly going to be your theme too. Go deeper. Don't just go for the surface layer here. I want happiness, but I want true happiness. I want lasting happiness. I want abundance, but I want lasting prosperity, you know? So go deeper this week, guys. Don't be afraid of those themes, and well done. Last thing I want to say about the card, if you notice, like, even though it's in the water, you see all those flowers on there? So this kind of talks to me about like fertility in kind of two senses. If you're a female right now, just be careful of, if you're not ready for a child, shut down shop, if you feel me. If this is just about, you know, everybody who's coming here, or if you're not worried about getting pregnant, this could also talk about like your creative flow. So this could be an incredibly creative and fertile time for you to give birth to new projects. Essentially, this card's about new beginnings. So start your new beginning. And what is that? And this time go deeper with your themes. All right. And then if you pick card number 2, you get the 7 of Shells. And here's your amazing card. So it's funny, it's very different from the Ace of Shells, the 7 of Shells, even though it's kind of in the same vein. The themes for this week for you guys are choice and ambitions. So there's something here that you're kind of deciding between, probably about your career and about what you want to do. If you're like me, you like to do 15,000 different things, and it's difficult to choose like one path. May I say to you, you don't have to choose just one thing. So at some point this week, I'd like you to maybe write down your top 3 priorities, what's most important for you to do in this life, and then find what way that you can combine those 3 things together or work within those 3 things to kind of maybe make something new. I don't want you giving up something here, and that's kind of what I feel from the 7 of Shells as well. Like, also with the addition of the 7 and these themes that we're talking about that are coming up for you right now, look to the month of July because the number 7 there, but also 7 weeks, 7 months, looks to see how the number 7 plays into all of this for you. But I don't want you giving up something here. I feel like this is really important for you to do all the things that you're passionate about. That's what makes you you. That's what makes the services that you bring so special. We need to know what your niche is. So what is that? Don't be afraid to declare that week. Don't make yourself too general. Don't do that gross thing where you just make yourself vanilla for everybody. We don't need that. We have enough of that in this world, you guys. So bring your individuality this week. When you make your choices, choose your top 3 favorite things. And I don't want you to get rid of the other things that you love. You could possibly be doing those at a later time. But for right now, if you need clarity, if you need direction, I invite you to do the top 3 priority and then pursue those things, or see in what way you can kind of combine them together. Also, too, with this card, I find it interesting that the little lobster is moving in the upwards position. So there's something here about taking action this week. You need to take action here. This is not about sitting on your laurels, waiting for shit to come into you, like the queen or the king that you feel that you are, which I totally respect. But really, this week is about you making something happen here. So once you finally make your decision, get fucking to it. Make things happen. It's your time to create what it is that you want. And even though this card represents the number 7, we're past the new beginning phase. Really, 7's kind of talking about building on top of something that you've already previously been working on. Okay? Fuck yeah, you guys. And don't worry about the things that fall to the side. If it's not a huge priority to you, again, you can always pick it up later. Go towards the things that sing to your heart and that you keep getting synchronistic meetings on, or people keep coming up and saying stuff to you, or you keep seeing like articles keep showing up. Pay attention to the world around you this week. If you still need some more clarity, the world will speak back to you. Pay attention. Good job, you guys. All right. And finally, if you pick card number 3, you actually pulled a major arcana card, indicating major change, major evolution, and major movement forward. You pulled the moon. And here's your beautiful card. That guy looks pretty damn fierce. Just gonna say it. So, with the moon, this card is talking about, there's the possibility of illusion and deception here, but there's also, and fantasy, but there's also something about shining the light on the darker aspects, or shining the light on things that feel like a fantasy or an illusion. Really, this is having extrasensory perception, or when you feel as though all your other senses are down, what's the one thing that you can count on? And I want to say to you with this card, it's your intuition. So really what this card is kind of saying to you is like, what is your intuition saying to you? What do you need to follow here? What does your intuition keep peaking for you? And I think with the addition of the owl and the obvious, word association is wisdom. Having the wisdom to actually tackle the issue or face it, or say to yourself, hey, you know what? The situation is not exactly as it seems, or I keep making it out to be a certain way that it isn't. So readjusting your perception and your understanding of the situation as well. Literally, your words for the week are imagination and perception. So this is about shifting your view on something. Maybe you're deluding yourself. Or maybe and deluding yourself can go both ways. This can both talk about like you overgrandizing something to what it's not actually, or even you talking to yourself so negatively and talking yourself out of something that's totally possible. So what's the reality of the situation this week? What's the real deal here? You may need an outside perspective, or you may need to see it from another point of view. I mean, I think owls can like turn their heads like almost all the way around. I'm not sure the degree, but I'm pretty sure if they went all the way around, they'd die. But, we're just going to stick it on the table. But the whole point is like perspective and really getting a different view on something. And with the full moon in the background, this is going to talk about our relationships, not only to other people, but with ourselves. So really, I want to say to you, your relationships are a highlight this week. And the way that you're perceiving something is not correct, whether that be in the negative or the positive. And that's up to you to figure that out. With that being said, don't be afraid to ask friends for help, or ask somebody that you trust that would be a really good mirror to you. Trust that person if you're asking them, and really take in what they're saying, because they have a completely different perspective of what's going on for you, especially being an outside person. Sometimes when we're like balls deep in something, like we can't see the trees through the forest. So it's nice to have somebody else kind of bounce things off of us and help us to get a different view of things, or maybe even just to understand. Maybe things look one way, but there's a whole layer of understanding that needs to come to you behind that, so that you understand what's going on. So this week, with the moon, I kind of want you to wait for it. Wait for that information to come into you. Maybe at some point this week too. And possibly with this being the moon is also talking about how the Scorpio moon just activated or triggered the fuck out of you. So take your time. Realize that not everything coming into your brain is always going to be the truth. And take your time with it. Suss out what's true and what's not, what's realistic, what's illusion and fantasy. Like, there's a calling here to get present and to pay attention to those themes. And then with the addition of the number 18, I would say look to the 18th of a month. This could talk about 18 weeks, 18 months from now, where this would really come to a culmination. 1 + 8 = 9. So this could also talk about the month of September. So hold on to that. See what develops with all that information and the relationship and you seeing things for truly what it is right now. So just hold tight. The last thing I want to say with the card, if you notice all the vines and all the flowers in there, there is vegetation. There is like growth here. So with the vines, there's a worry that you could possibly get caught up in the illusion. But then with the flowers kind of showing there too, it's kind of saying like, hey, this ain't all bad. Or remember that the power's in your hands here and you can release yourself from the grip of the fear or the grip of the unknown or the grip of whatever's wigging you out. Release yourself from this and know that growth is possible here. Fertility, creativity, even too, maybe a good outlet for this right now, if you're having a hard time emotionally, is to get creative. Do something creative that allows you to, in a sense, kind of speak about what you're feeling without having to say the words. So if you need help that week, this week, don't be afraid to go that route. Well done, guys. Well done. But I do want to say with the moon, this is a powerful card. So the moon, jacked your shit up, and now you've got a whole bunch of things in front of you that you need to rearrange and put in proper order. Good luck, my friend. You got this. And it's going to be okay. Again, trust yourself and realize if there's any snags or snares, you can absolutely get yourself out of that situation at any point. Just remember that the power's in your hands. Well done. All right. And then the stone I chose this week is black kyanite. And here is the stone. Let's see if I can, yeah. It's really cool. I mean, it looks just like blue kyanite, because it's kyanite. Hello. And kyanite comes in a couple different colors. I've actually seen orange too, which is fucking gorgeous. I really like kyanite because kyanite always reminds me to trust my intuition. Usually blue kyanite is going to represent the throat chakra and the ears. It's helping you to hear clairaudience. So with the black kyanite, this really feels to me, it's like, this is more trusting in your groundedness, or helping yourself to get grounded so that you can trust yourself and trust what's coming through. So the stone really helps you to do that. And it's really, honestly, the black kyanite stands for all the chakras. So this would work on any space. If you were doing like crystal healing or you wanted to meditate with the stone, you could put it on any chakra and it would help you. My favorite place to put it is on the root chakra. And that's our place of like safety and security, which is our theme this week. So if you'd like a little extra boost, especially to go with that full moon that we just had, we're still working with that energy. So it's a great time to meditate and release shit. Grab a chunk of black kyanite, stick it on your root chakra and meditate and ask for help with cleansing and also feeling safe and secure in your body or with whatever that you're pursuing this week. But just know that no matter what, you've got this. And again, with wearing this on you, you can wear it any parts of your body. It's up to you. I again like to keep this in with my boob rocks and in my bra. It's up to you wherever you want to keep it. This one can go anywhere. So you can get a pair of earrings. You can wear a headband if you want. You can wear it in a jean pocket. It doesn't matter. And always go for stones. I feel the size of a quarter or larger, the bigger the better. And whatever you feel comfortable carrying on yourself. All right, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. It's good to see you guys again. I hope that your week is going beautifully well. And remember, you guys, this is your week. Make it an amazing one. Thank you guys for letting me be here, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.